It looks like a dead nigga's like quote.
And then one of the things is they put Dev's profile pic faded out. That's crazy,
bro. It does look like an in memoriam. Like this is a dead.
Gage, you want to read what I said? Actually?
Yeah. All right.
I know we usually start with sports.
It's blooming.
Hey, is this thing on?
And welcome to episode 21 of Are We Recording? My name's Gage Sutton 007 with the young Rottweiler Ethan Hamilton. We got No Limit Devo coming in for episode 2. Glad to have you back on the show.
What's up, man? What's up?
Spread his agenda.
So we got to start it off because I feel like we've all had a really eventful weekend, and we'll get to into all of it. But Dev, let's start with you, man. How have you been? What's been going on with your life? I know you've been a little active on Twitter lately.
Same old. Pushing my agendas on Rocket's Twitter. They found my old tweets because...
Well, we should clarify. Old tweets as in, like, you didn't say nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Let's clarify.
All right, look, because, Jalen Green's on my team. I'm the biggest Jalen Green fan, and... Let's call it what's it called? What's the saying? Let's keep it a buck. Let's meats and potatoes. Let's the meats and potatoes. The niggas been playing like trash, and my legacy's been tarnished. So niggas are finding my old tweets talking about fucking the vibes are immaculate right now. Fuck y'all, because I know y'all gonna watch this shit. Yeah, today I went to work. Yeah, I have a job now. I thought
I'd never see the day. When he posted that shit on his story talking about, they went at work. I was like, no way, Dev have a job. I never see the day, man. I thought we was like 3 years out from you getting a job.
Nah, bro. See, I got a dog now, Cartier. Y'all should see Cartier.
Hates Travis.
Hates black people.
Travis got them brick ass feet. He was trying to touch it with them. I'm like, bro, relax. So yeah, I got a job, so I got to take care of my dog now, and
responsibilities.
I was literally sitting in the car this morning, 5-hour shifts. It's not light work, light shit, and I'm just like, damn, I want to quit. I was just like, this shit's not for me. But I get off work, and all I see is
Hold
Twitter.
on, what day of this is it? Like of your shift, like what shift is this for you? Like number shift is
this is my official. Like today was my official day one. Like,
so you wanted to quit on your first day?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, cause it's like my thing is I go to class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's like they have me scheduled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and like no work Friday. I'm just like, fuck, I have no free time now. It's like I got to do an essay that's due tomorrow, and I'm just like. Work is taking up my time, so it's just like, I don't know if this shit's for me. I might just not show up again and call it a day. I met some attractive women. There's some very
That's
fine
the only
women.
reason why you gonna stay in the job.
And they were talking to me, and I was making good friends. So, I mean, that's a good thing. But, I get off work.
Hold on, I have a question.
What?
Do any of those attractive women, do they like guys with associate degrees?
Oh, no.
I don't know, bro. These are like, Target has like the hipster.
I'm there.
Hipster chicks.
If you ever need to borrow my vinyl collection, just let me know.
Hey, they're hiring. Come on.
I got you.
New Braunfels, come on.
Yeah.
Nah, my thing is I get off work because I'm an employed dude. A lot of niggas on Rocket's Twitter are not employed.
Hey, let them know, man. They can quote tweet you all you want. You can make your shit to me, but you niggas ain't got jobs.
So I'm chilling, and then I see Ethan Hamilton tagging me, laughing, saying, "Oh, this shit's so funny." I said, "What the fuck's he talking about?" Niggas done got my shit quoted.
Bro, Gage,
looks like an obituary.
The way it looks like, we're gonna put it on the screen, but the way it looks like
it looks like a dead nigga's like quote.
And then one of the things is they put Dev's profile pic faded out. That's crazy,
bro. It does look like an in memoriam. Like this is a
Gage, you want to read what I said?
Yeah. All right.
I know we usually start with sports like later, but this shit is so funny because if you know Dev, like he's a diehard Rockets fan.
Yeah.
And we've been telling him for the longest
to pipe down
and stop beefing with these weirdos, man.
All right.
Stop.
So this is the tweet. Picking green seems like the right choice. I feel like if we went Mobley, the vibes just wouldn't be hitting like they are right now. Something great is coming. I feel it. And then they put Devin. No limit Devin.
Yeah,
People, dude.
The funniest shit is all the comments. They be putting the vibes ain't right, man. And bro, I was so close to making that like my Twitter header. Like it finally caught up to his ass.
To the real niggas that were defending me though, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, there are some niggas.
Hey, let's give a shout out. Who tweeted that? I know Dev hate this guy.
What's his name? Bitch, fuck you. Go to hell. Nah, my thing is like.
I think he's the bleep already.
Yo, fuck you.
My thing is, it's like, bro, who gives a fuck? Hey, but like I said, I appreciate y'all that are defending me. Supposedly, I have a posse that follow me on Twitter.
The damn
King of Rockets Twitter, baby.
Honestly, man.
King of Rockets Twitter, man. Y'all gonna respect me because
I just want to let y'all know, whoever's in Dev's posse, I need to beat you and beat you the fuck up.
Hey, shout out,
stop gassing.
Shout out Zay. Shout out all y'all, some real ones, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm really going. Tomorrow my legacy is on the line. When Jalen Green goes against Kay Cunningham, my God.
Dude, you're fine, bro. Listen, this is the thing, is, for real, stop overreacting. It's been like 3 months.
I agree with you,
That's
bro.
been 3 months. Why is everyone saying
overreacting.
already, Mobley's better than Green? He's been better so far, but
I know,
Green
right?
can,
We
he can do a lot
can get
better.
more into this when we do sports at the end.
All I'm gonna say
yeah.
is,
No,
we gonna leave it at that. We gonna leave it at that. We gonna leave it at that.
Bleep like 3 times.
We gonna leave it at that.
Oh my God.
Your days are numbered, buddy. Your days are numbered.
Here you go, fucking Tanya Harding.
I know, it's
Fucking
with his skate and the video. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's good to hear.
That's been my week, man. You know, just working, Twitter, taking care of a dog. I'm a dog dad.
I'm a dog dad. I hate you so much.
Hey, speaking of being a dog dad, I think we might have needed a dog dad wherever you were this weekend, Ethan, because
I was off the leash.
Actually, tell me, what were you in Cali for, bro?
Okay, let me explain, right? I've been like, this is long running joke. That just be the podcast with life. Like, I've told each one of y'all that when y'all get girlfriends, I want you to cheat on your girlfriends. I would like to make a formal announcement now. I changed my stance. All y'all need to marry y'all girlfriends. Right now, like today.
I hope this isn't going in the direction I'm thinking it is.
Let me explain why.
Did Ian
No. Let me explain why.
oh no.
Weddings are single-handedly, now that we get at this age, weddings are single-handedly the best thing ever. Like, they're better than any party ever. They're better than anything. Bro, because let me explain, right? I'm really, like, tight-knit with my siblings. Like, as all of y'all, like, I'm really tight-knit, like, more than other people are. I'm not really so close with my cousins like that. I think a lot of it has to do with my cousins are so much older than me. Mm-hmm. And when I got to the age where all this started kicking in with my cousins, they are, like, graduating college. These guys got lives, they got families, they got kids. And it's like, bro, like, I can't even, like, tee up. Like my mom used to say, like, whenever she was, like, a kid in Argentina, she used to tee up with her nephews because they were the same age as her. And I'm like, I kind of feel like that. Like, I can't even tee up with, like, my cousins. I got to tee up with their kids. And this is the first, like, time where I actually got to see my cousins and, like, actually get to interact with them because I haven't seen them in a minute. But, like, honestly, bro.
Whose side of the family is
it's my mom's side. So all the Spanish. I'm the only black person there. Like, me and my dad and my sister are the only black people there. But it was so much fun because, like, bro, I'm not going to lie.
There's some fine females.
Not even, yeah. Like shout out, nothing in the family because I'm not a fucking weirdo. But my cousin, don't do that. Don't give me air quotes, you sicko. My cousin's friends, they alright. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
But it was so much fun, bro. Like, Oh my god, listen, bro. My mom, like, she was like, she had to, like, cause my mom, I love her to death, but she's so, like, on vacation, she's so, like, very control freak, like, but that's how all our moms are.
Yeah.
And so, like, beforehand, she was telling us, we never been in a wedding where we actually have to, like, cause now that you're older, like, you actually have to fucking do all the shit. Oh, I gotta dress up, I gotta go to the reception, the ceremony, all that. Yeah. I come in on Friday, right? Automatically, she's like, all right, we're gonna go, tonight we're going to the wedding rehearsal dinner. Wedding rehearsal. Keep in mind, we're not in like the actual wedding. None of us is maids of honor. None of us is bridesmaids. None of the groomsmen. None of that. So me, my brother's already mad because he brought his girlfriend along on the trip. Shout out Andy. She's actually really cool.
Wait, so were y'all in Cali?
Yeah.
Okay.
Silicon Valley. That's what my cousins are smart, man.
Wow.
Yeah, like we're just the dumb one.
You go to school out there or something?
My cousins?
Or he's graduated?
No, it's a she. Like
it's a girl. Ooh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No. You're good. No, she's the coolest. But like all of them, like they're smartest. They're smartest people I ever met. But it's like they was out there, and I never been out there before. It's so nice.
It's nice, bro.
It's different than like it's not crowded.
It's nice though.
Like it's not crowded at all. But I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So we pull up, and I'm hanging with my cousin. I haven't seen him forever. My cousin's boyfriend is like the funniest guy in the world, man. Like, bro, he is so funny. He's literally like the whole time he's like messing with this is the cousin that's getting married. Mm-hmm. This is the one that's like her sister, and he's like messing with her and shit like that. He's funny. We was getting absolutely hammered, bro. Like hammered. I don't even drink like that. I've never drinking a day before in my life. Bro, it was the funniest thing. Bro, we got to my parents, like, now that me and my siblings are older, they don't care, like, as long as we don't act a fool too much. Bro, boy, did we act a fucking fool. We show up to this, the rehearsal dinner. Bro, it's not even a rehearsal dinner, it's just dinner. Like, my mom just gassed it, so everybody's, like, in, like business casual clothes, and all of us are, like, suits and tux. What made it funny is that me and my siblings down like 3 White Claws to eat before we showed up.
And if y'all know anything about Ethan, 1 White Claw. So 3. You were feeling good though.
We walked into we were doing that damn TikTok dance where they go like this. Oh yeah. We was doing that the whole weekend. The whole weekend, and like it got to the point, bro, we had to pee every 10 minutes. But we was and my mom was hoeing us, bro. Like they had, because everything my cousins, like, they had, it was basically a buffet, like they running out the restaurant. Damn. And they was like, all right, drink and eat whatever you want. And they're like, all right, alcohol, the bar is on this side, go get what you want. And me and my siblings looked at each other like this. And then the bartender, whoever's in charge of us, the waiter, they came in. Like, when you go to these fancy restaurants and you pay, like, in advance, they give you, like, these tickets to say, like, oh, this is how much you can drink.
And they didn't give a fuck about your age?
No. This is what happened. He was finna come give me a ticket. My mom want to be like, actually, sir, they're not 21 yet. I'm like, Mom, can you shut up? Damn. Bro, I was so mad. Because my cousins, they caught on that me and my siblings were drunk. They're like, bro.
It's for your own good, buddy. It's for your own good, buddy.
Bro, I was like, no. So we was, the whole wedding, like, my favorite thing was, I love shout out to my abuela. I was getting my abuela. I was like, abuela, like, like go to the bar and go give me a little something. And she'd be like this, she'd be like, across the table. She can't hear for shit. Grandma can't hear for shit. So it's not like I can scream at her and be like, abuela, go get me a mimosa. I have to run across the table with like, abuela. And her slow ass with the bad hips got walking up. Bro, she was a trooper, bro, all night. She was just running it back for us. And it got to the point my mom was like, bro, how are y'all still drunk? We've been here for 2 hours. And then, like, she caught my abuela going to get the alcohol. And she had to stop and she's like, abuela, stop getting him stuff. Bro, it was the funniest thing. And then, like, that wasn't even the day of the wedding. That was the day before the wedding, bro. The day of the wedding, bro. After the ceremony was done, because my mom had to hide the White Claws in the apartment because we all tried to drink that shit. Because the ceremony was in the morning. And we all tried to get drunk before the ceremony. Mom was like, no, absolutely not.
That's shit. That's wicked, nigga.
Bro, as soon as the wedding was done, bro, shout out to my cousin's boyfriend because he went and got all of us out on the party bus. So 40 minutes down to the what's it called to the venue for the actual wedding. My siblings show up absolutely fucking sloshed because my parents aren't there, so they just left my siblings with my cousin, and they said they were shotgunning because keep in mind on the bus it's just like my cousins, so like 4 of them plus my siblings and a shit ton of old people. So my siblings and my cousins in the back shotgunning White Claws, getting absolutely rocked. And I pulled up, and I'm with my parents. I'm like, bro, I showed up 10 minutes early. I gotta catch up. Bro, I'm at the bar, mimosas. So, bro, it was the best thing in the world, man. I had so much fun.
I'm glad you had fun,
bro. Like, bro, we was legit like the life of the party. It got so crazy to the point, all my uncles that like were old as dirt, they was matching us because we took, you know, crazy when you take your tie off and you tie the tie to your head.
Oh yeah. Shit get real.
Bro, there's a picture, I got a fight of it. It's all of our cousins, like everybody has their ties like this. Bro, I even did a jersey swap with the tie with my cousin, the cousin's boyfriend, because we got, bro, we was some troopers that night.
The real question is, was you sloppy?
Never. No. No. You be proud of me. No throwing up.
Good stuff.
No throwing up. No throwing up whatsoever. And so I'd like to say this.
Can we get somebody to vouch for you? Is somebody?
Yeah. You don't trust me?
Is somebody to vouch for you? No.
Everybody can vouch for you. I didn't throw up. You don't trust me. I hate y'all. But I'm just happy I got to spend that time with my cousins, and I would like, now I'm pushing behind the camera, Xavier. Any of the girls that are talking to Xavier right now, he's gonna start popping a question to you within the next month. Whether you his associates, he gonna choose somebody to be his girlfriend this month, and we move. David Glass, whoever you're talking to, do it. We gotta get a wedding soon. Somebody's gotta buy the bullet. You can get a divorce afterwards. I don't give a fuck. I need the wedding, man. I need the wedding.
Hey, we could be wedding crashers. Just let's.
I'm so down.
Pop up at weddings, man.
Hey, if you want to see us at your local weddings, put it at in the
phone number right here.
Hit us up, man. I'm down to get sloppy.
Bro, I'm ready for it. Bro, because there's so much fun.
Yeah, they are fun, bro.
Because you nobody's calling the cops on you. Nobody's keeping you out.
It's just a wedding,
yeah.
Like everyone knows, like you're gonna have a pretty good time at a wedding. And honestly, I'm a big component for like, oh, you don't need like alcohol or drugs to have fun at a party. At a wedding, alcohol kind of helps. Yeah. It definitely helps. Right, and honestly, weddings are a lot of fun, man. The dancing, it's a cool vibe, bro.
Because you're around people that like is gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
And they know you're not gonna, and you, for the most part, you're not gonna get crazy sloppy.
Yeah.
Like, no, you still can get sloppy. But like my uncle, he crashed one of like the speeches because he didn't know what was happening. Because my cousin, she was giving a speech and she was showing hers. Her speech was great. But my uncle, he came up in the middle of the speech. He was like, hey, what's up? He tried to have a conversation with her mid-speech. She has the microphone and he's talking to her. And you're like, bro, Tio, well, go sit down. Like, what are you doing? I want to get like that, like at one of y'all's weddings.
Oh, no.
That ain't gonna be mine, buddy.
Y'all gonna let me be in your groomsman? Be honest. I'm one of your groomsmen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there, right?
But I'm not getting married.
Yeah,
so
all right. So you're gonna lie to the audience.
It's him behind the camera.
Behind the camera, you. Yeah.
Y'all can see what he just did.
He's sick. He's next, man. But it was a great weekend, man.
Glad you had fun, bro.
Yeah, I'm starting to crash more weddings, man.
Hey, I'm with you.
I'm there.
Yeah, you let us know.
I really want to start outing people. Like, my friends are lucky that I love them because I would start right now is when the discussion would be had of who's the first one to get married, but that's a bad conversation to have, man. I tell you,
nasty dialogue.
What's that video slime you putting in the group chat? Whoa, you better stop playing with me.
Oh, that's some nasty stuff,
bro. Oh yeah, no, but it's a fun weekend. How about you, Gage? You went to a little bit of a sour note, but you went to Astro. Was it Astroworld or Astrofest?
Astroworld, yeah, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That shit fucked me up, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it fucked me up. I've been like, I kind of did it to myself. Like, I didn't know I was in VIP, so I didn't know anything was like really happening until after the show, and I didn't have service, so like, I didn't find out till like an hour after the show had ended that people had died.
Yeah.
And bro, it just changed the whole experience for me. It's fucking crazy.
First and foremost, I'm glad you made it out, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Man, I can't lose my resident white boy and my co-host, man. I'm gonna have to start putting job postings on LinkedIn.
Hey, you're gonna have a hard time replacing me, bro.
Oh, facts. So Travis's ass is not coming up on here. God, man.
I'd like to see that just for one episode. Let's see. Hey, Gage is on vacation. We got Trav filling it. Yeah, man. I mean, it was definitely scary, and then like again, I didn't do myself any favors. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, I'm seeing all of the stories, all the videos. It's really crazy, and the reason I want to talk about it on the podcast is because like I think it goes deeper than just okay, like this happened at Astroworld. We need to start talking about concert etiquette, and then also how the fuck artists handle their crowds.
Yeah, because we all have experience going to concerts. Like, which concerts have you been to?
I actually haven't been.
Oh yeah, that's right. Playboy Cardi
would have been my first one, bro. And that ties right into the Travis Scott thing. You know, niggas go to Houston and start acting wild. It was a rainy night that night, I believe. I think it was the day before you got to see him. It was rainy out there. You know, Cardi fans don't know how to control themselves. And
why don't we set the scene though, like with Astroworld, like. Because I honestly, I would have gone to Astroworld.
No, I was dead ass going.
Okay.
If Cardi didn't get sick, I was there, bro.
Yeah. So I'll go through the whole day because
let's preface this is like, obviously, we can't ever make jokes if we don't ever get serious. And I know this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
But we like to get serious. I mean, because we're all I like to think that all of us have a unique perspective, and we're all pretty critical thinkers. I mean, I wouldn't be friends with y'all if you. Well, I'm friends with Travis.
Hey, no, but I mean, I 100% agree, bro. This is a conversation that, like, for real needs to happen. Because it goes deeper than, like I said, just, you know, this tragedy happening. This is something that, like, we need to keep in mind for every kind of event that we have in the future. So I'll kind of set the scene. Astroworld, I show up, and they changed the format a little bit. It looked like the layout of the property was better. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, it just felt like less people were coming in. You still saw on Twitter, there were a fuck ton of people coming in, dude. But when I got there around 1, again, I had VIP, so it was nowhere near as bad for me as it was in GA.
At the beginning?
At the all day, basically, until Travis. That's when things started to pick up.
Real. Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm at one stage all day, and then towards the end of the night, we go to Travis Scott, and this is mistake number 1. He was the only one performing on that stage all day. And then, I mean, I know he's the headliner, and everyone was going to want to see him anyway, but in a situation like this where he had 50,000 tickets sold, and then people breaking in, like getting in without a ticket. Those numbers are fucking crazy at one stage alone, man. And he had a countdown too.
What I didn't know until this weekend was that like I thought it was like at like a festival grounds or something.
No, it's in a parking lot. It's in the parking lot of NRG.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've never been to NRG.
No. I'm not allowed to use it.
Bro, NRG it's a big space, but it's not the right space for a festival, bro, at all.
No.
It's not at all, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of going through the night for me, again, like I said, for VIP, it was really packed. I could barely like move. I had more movement, obviously, than GA, because GA was horrible.
But speaking of that, how was it like set up? Like VIPs in the front, and then everybody else was just in the back?
So they have like, at the stage, so Travis Scott was performing on the right, on like the stage on the furthest right side. Mm-hmm. And then so like there's a VIP entrance, and that they have like a front little pit for everyone in VIP. And then everything else is GA. So everything on the left side of the stage, everything behind VIP is all GA. Mm-hmm. So they were just all grouped in there like sardines. And I mean, it was pretty tight in VIP too. So anyway, again, like I had no idea any of this was happening because I saw Travis stop the show when he saw the ambulance pull in to the middle of the crowd, and I didn't see the ambulance. I didn't know what he was talking about, so I was just like, okay, he was probably just making sure someone was getting out.
Plus, you were probably gassed because Drake came out.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that was a big thing. Like, I got excited about that. Yeah, bro. I mean, that's the hard thing about it is like I had a good time, but I can't look back at it and be like, fuck, like. You know, that shit happened that night, and I saw something too, because if you guys watch the broadcast, there's right after 90210, Travis Scott stopped, looked in the crowd in VIP where I was, And right behind me, this guy was like having a seizure. Like he was having he was just like convulsing on the ground, and we were all like yelling like, make a circle, like get around him. And like it took us a few minutes, but we had to like wave Travis down. He looked down, saw, and then told security to get him out. But when they were picking him up, bro, I mean, he was like dead weight, man. Yeah. So it was.
Is that the video that kind of like spread around?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, they tried to say demonic. Like he was like, yeah, into the mic.
Yeah, man. So it honestly, it kind of fucking scarred me. It kind of fucking scarred me. And I can only imagine how it was for GA. So like, first off, I want to like send my condolences to the families of the people, because in my opinion, I don't think you should ever go to somewhere to see one of your favorite artists and die. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But with that being said, let's get to the issues at hand. Travis Scott fans and just fans in general, or I guess artists in general, who provoke their fans to act like rage is the term. Let's rage. Raging is fine. It's fun. It's cool. Let's get excited. Let's get hype. But at the point where people's lives are at stake, like you got to understand, this isn't a video game. This isn't like some shit that like you could just come back from. If like no, like people died at that concert.
I think a lot
behave
of
yourselves.
A lot of it has to do with like, let's keep it a buck, man. Like blame is going. We can give blame out to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. We can start it off. Let's start with Travis.
Let's start with Travis Scott.
Let's keep it a buck. It was idiotic, man. Like you instigated it. It's not that he's the first one. Don't get me wrong. I'm not singling out Travis. I'm only singling out because it sucks. This is the worst case scenario, and guess what? They gonna make the news is gonna do one thing, especially to a black hip hop artist.
That nigga
gonna be the poster boy. Yeah. And I feel bad for Travis because I'm a Travis Scott fan. I like Travis Scott's music.
Me too.
And I don't think he's a bad guy. Like obviously I don't know the guy, but I don't think he's bad. But it's like, bro, this shit like and it caught up to you. Like you the rage in quotation, because it's really not rage culture.
Yeah.
But it caught like niggas just acting wild, and it caught up. Like you constantly like in previous like, because it's not a coincidence that after this happened, now everybody want to pull up old videos of Travis Scott misbehaving
like this, bro.
And it caught up to his ass.
Yeah.
It caught up to his ass. Even if you look at the post, like when he was selling tickets for Astroworld,
he said it. The wild one's gonna get it.
Not even that. Like he said,
the wild one's gonna get it.
He said, "Oh, he said
the tickets are sold out, but I got some more.
And it's like, bro, it looks so
50,000 already, and you got more tickets, and you know people are gonna act like that because you influence them to. Like, this is the thing: is I don't hate Travis Scott. I mean, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that he did not know people were dying.
To a certain
but exactly, to a certain extent, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt knowing that people weren't dying. Because if he knew people were dying, I would hope he was a good enough human to say, let's stop the fucking show.
Like, that's the thing with Travis. Like, if you know me, I was one of his biggest fans forever, bro. And, like, I know a certain person from, like, back in Houston. You know, Travis has been on the scene, and he was on the scene. And from what I've heard, Travis, like, he's an asshole. He does not give a fuck. So, like, my thing is, I really question if he would have stopped the show if he legit knew. And I'm not to say what he saw and didn't see. I can't. God forbid, I was defending him after, like, when everybody's trying to blame him. I can't say what he saw and didn't see.
Regardless,
because you got to think about it. I get it. He's up there. And they're posting pictures of artists, like, helping fans out, because that's what they should do. Yeah. They should do. Bro, it's 50,000 people in the middle of the night, and all you see is flashing lights, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, to a certain extent, what is? And don't get me wrong, the videos look bad.
They look bad. They look bad.
Him on the crane, looking down, like, and it looked like 20 yards away. Someone's on the ground. I was like, it looks bad.
Yeah,
it looks bad.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, even if he didn't see specific people, regardless, at that point, were you seeing an ambulance driving through the middle of the crowd? I have been to hundreds of concerts. I have never once seen that in my life. If Travis saw that, I mean, Travis did see it. You saw him stop in the middle of a show and say, "What the fuck's that out there?" He's talking about the ambulance. You stopped the show.
It's done.
You stopped the show. I get it. Like, people paid a lot of fucking money, but you're gonna lose way more money. He's losing way more money now than if he would have just stopped the show there.
His publicity and all that. His name is taking a
hit. And let's not even start with all of the fucking like the conspiracy theories.
Those people, we're not going to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that, but I mean, like, I see where you're coming from too, because people, the media are gonna try to like crucify him for like wanting this to happen.
They already don't like hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like. And we know why they don't like it. Like we ain't gotta keep it a buck. We know what it is.
So to that extent, there is a lot of responsibility that needs to be placed on Travis Scott. But now let's talk about where the other responsibility needs to be.
Venue.
The fucking venue. Why are there 2 water stations for 50,000 people?
There's only two
water stations. One at the entrance and then one right by Travis's stage. And let me tell you, when I got there at 1 o'clock, I had to wait in that line for like 15, 20 minutes before I could get water.
That's a really long
just
wait.
For water. Bro,
but be honest with me, like, because I wasn't there. How packed was it compared, like, in the crowd compared to another concert?
To the brim.
But like you've been to a shit ton of
dude.
Was it different? Honestly, because I'm of the mindset when I was seeing it, I was like, well, this look like Lala.
So
this look like what's it called? What's the white people one? Coachella. Let me look like that. ACL. It's no difference to me.
Let me give you kind of like my example. I've been to Mala Luna, I've been to Jambalaya, a bunch of music.
Yeah, Jambalaya. Yeah.
So, like I said, I was in VIP. So VIP, whenever you go to any other festival, it's usually like, it's pretty dense. There aren't a lot of people there because you have to pay the extra money.
Until the end of the show.
Until the end of the show, and then it gets a little bit more
GA
packed.
people usually they let it.
But let me tell you, at the end of the night, when Travis came in, even VIP was like GA at one of those crazy shows. Like I was pretty scrunched up. Like probably the worst since I had GA at Astroworld in 2019.
I saw the video on TikTok. It was sardines, bro.
Yeah, like, and that's the problem too, is that people were just like, some people just aren't built for this shit. That's the real possibility of it too, is like, a lot of the people who died were kids. They're smaller humans. And it's like, take into account, bro, like, they're gonna get squished in between all these tall ass dudes and suffocate. Because you're pushing up to the front.
I'm gonna keep pushing this agenda. You tall ass guys that go to the concerts, sit in the fucking back. I'm done with this shit, bro. Niggas like that. Sit in the fucking back. Sit in the back.
But like, my thing is, I know how to like.
If y'all 5'10" and plus, sit in the fucking back.
I'm not an asshole about it. Like, if you can't see, I'll do my best to like accommodate you so you can like have your fun too. But like, the videos I saw, bro, that didn't even look enjoyable. Just how close everybody was, that shit looked disgusting. And it's just like,
it was rough, man.
I can't really blame the people who bought their tickets. They bought their tickets. They deserve to be there. It's the idiots who broke into the bitch that ruined it, in my opinion, for everybody.
Not only that, bro, but it's also the people, to the scumbag who was jumping on top of the ambulance. Fuck sick. You, honestly. Like, I mean, sick. And I don't say that lightly because, like, everyone at that point knew what was kind of going on. There were videos of people of the medics literally giving CPR in the middle of the crowd. And the guy standing up on the ambulance dancing like there's no fucking problem.
That shit was nasty.
That guy's the fucking problem, bro. And that's why. And the thing is, like, it kind of goes back. It's a saying. One person can fuck it up for everybody. And that's exactly what they did. In LA today for the Playboy Cardi show, they had to like give them a warning beforehand. Be like, hey, y'all better not act like jackasses or we're going to cancel the show. And that's stupid, bro. We shouldn't have to be babying adults like that.
I mean, like,
fucking ridiculous.
It's embarrassing, bro. Like concerts and like.
I'm not going to a festival for a minute.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I think like both the Cardi situation in Houston, I'm kind of like shocked they weren't better prepared for Astroworld because the Cardi situation only happened like a week or two before. I would think that they would have had that because the SWAT, the police were all out there for the Cardi, so I would imagine that they would come deep for the Astroworld. But like Astroworld, just looking at like the perimeter and stuff, those fences are about the weak as shit. You could just easily jump those, and it's like not enough security, not enough. So like that's my thing. Who does the blame go to for that? Does it go to?
Obviously, it goes to the venue.
Does it go to? Because I saw people blaming Travis, venue, Live Nation. Who gets the blame?
It goes to everybody. The thing
not
is,
enough
like,
security, not enough like what's the word? Like better. Just around organization. Like, who does the blame go to for that?
Everyone. Because the thing is, like, it is Travis's festival. He did it through Live Nation, and Live Nation is notoriously bad at having security at their security and like sufficient stuff. Like, they didn't have water bottles for the fans all day.
Was there concessions?
Yeah, there were tons of concessions, and that's the thing too. Is like
concessions, but the lines are ridiculous.
Yeah, the merch line was nasty.
Like they might as well just have a separate. Like, hey, they might as well open merch before the show starts.
That's what I would. Like, do.
Just
like,
have.
He has his own pop up shop. Just have that shit over there or something. Like just.
Or not even the pop up shop. Like, if y'all want merch, cool. We gonna open merch up for 2-3 hours. Right?
Niggas be acting like
no, not 2-3 hours the day before. If you guys want to come, you got 3 hours to come get what you want. Cool. And then tomorrow we're gonna have it, but we're gonna have less stuff. And you bet, and it's not gonna be crowded. You know what I mean? You might as well just have it like that.
No, but my thing is, it's like, I'm not blaming it. It's like, I feel like there's the hype beast and shit ruined it for the concert goers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, down in Houston, I went to the Warren Lotus the t-shirt release for my Rockets. The line was wrapped around Toyota Center like twice.
Wow.
And I just feel like those people, the people who break in, the people who aren't there for like the concert experience, ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really hard to fathom what went down, bro. Supposedly you had people stabbing people with needles.
Honestly, I honestly think that's a cover up in my opinion.
You think so?
I mean, I could see it happening, but the bottom line is that people were trampled. Yes, the thing is the fentanyl thing seems less likely. It may have happened, but it did not happen to all of like the people who were injured.
It's not some criminal.
The 8 people who exactly that's what I'm saying, bro. 8 people.
Get the fuck out of here.
But would you be surprised?
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not worried about the lace drugs because it's a concert and
that's what
people do at concerts. I've never done that, so I couldn't tell you. But I've been at concerts. I've seen people. And like we went to the Don Toliver concert. Some guy in front of us was like, anybody got Molly with his iPhone? It's like, bro, people do drugs at concert. But and if
you're dumb enough to take drugs off of somebody you don't know, I'm not saying you deserve what you got coming, but come on.
Yeah, like
come on.
I'm not gonna feel bad.
Like, come on.
Extent. Like.
But I agree. I think most of the cause of death was probably the trampling. It was bad, man. So like, how did the concert end?
So they ended early. That's one thing they did do. So like Trav was supposed to be on for like 2 hours, like 2.5 hours almost.
He got enough shit to do that.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, he was bringing Drake out too. So obviously, like they were gonna go for a while. So hold on, actually,
he might have had more people come out.
That's what I'm saying. I think he had a little bit more surprise artists to come out, but
I think like maybe Kanye. Like who knows? But hold on, I'm looking.
Said Kanye was in Houston during the time.
He was. You said like, bro, he was with Jay Prince the other day.
Oh yeah,
we can talk about that video.
Yeah, we will.
That video was nuts.
We will definitely talk about it. Okay, so Travis Scott started around 9:00.
Oh, do you see SZA?
No.
Okay, cool. So
her performance was good. I
heard it was magical.
Really?
I heard it was magical. I will. I'm like low key mad this weekend because SZA was doing her tour for Good Days. You know, it's not Good Days. Like she did a tour for that. Like, basically, half the shows were in Texas.
Yeah.
But I was at the wedding and I was kind of bummed out. But then she canceled her Austin show because I was like, fuck yeah, like I didn't get to see it. You bitch ass niggas ain't get to see it.
Well, back to kind of like what happened. So like Travis started at 9, and he had like this countdown thing, and once it hit like 0 minutes, he had like that big bird thing fly out or at the top of the stage, and then the music started. Escape Plan started, and he came out, and then from what I heard, it's just a huge surge towards the front, and it just basically fucked up. I mean,
because it's like
it was already tight before the surge, and then when everyone pushed up to see Travis, I mean, it was just
Was the exit like people leaving? Was it chill? Was it crazy?
People were trying to get out, but like, so when you see, for me, when I see someone trying to get out, I'll move out of the way and do my best to let them get out because they're probably struggling. There's a reason they want to get out. I'm assuming the people who were trying to get out either physically couldn't because they were so compact to everyone else, or the people behind them were just assholes and were like, nope, we're not going to let you leave. We're trying to get to the front, and that's the only thing that's going to like make us happy. So
it's gonna change shit for
Houston. Houston's not gonna see another concert for a little minute. For a little minute.
Hey, I wonder how to see because we're gonna go. Me and Gage are gonna. You should come see with Keem with us. I'm gonna convince you.
I like Keem's music.
Yeah, I'm gonna convince you in the next week or so to go get Keem's.
He has some catchy music, but
because I want to see how Keem does it in Austin.
I was gonna say, I don't know if they're gonna happen in Houston no more.
No,
It
not
sucks.
Houston.
It sucks that this is what things have come to. But I mean, like you said, change has to happen. If this is the only way to bring change, at least in Houston, then shit has to happen.
I just think, again, I just find it ridiculous that now like the organizers and the artists are having to tell crowds, hey, act like reasonable human beings. Really, like, we don't need people to tell us that. You go to a concert to watch an artist and have a good time. People pay money. Like, you wait outside of the venue for hours.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you're going there to have a good time. You should not have to worry about dying or even getting injured. I mean, injuries are going to happen. They happen at all the shows. But, like, at the point where people are actually, like, having heart attacks, bro, I think they said, like, 11 people had cardiac arrest.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's crazy, man. And that happens because you're getting squished up. Like, you go into cardiac arrest when you can't breathe. Yeah. So, I mean, just... That's a PSA. I know Dev's gonna do his PSA at the end of the show, and hey, I feel like we've been getting our PSAs off like early.
All I know is to them fuckers that got my Cardi show canceled. Something's come for y'all.
Hey, so there you go. That's the PSA. Go to concerts, have a good time, look out for one another, and just enjoy it. Please be safe. Stop putting your fucking like desire to be a part of like living in the moment. Like, overtake all of your other morals.
Yeah.
There's
honestly.
There's ways to rage appropriately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that. There's ways to rage appropriately, man.
Yeah.
But
now that we got this somber shit out the way, let's get into what I've been wanting to talk about for a week.
Oh, no.
Hey, when the GOAT talk, niggas listen. Niggas listen. All right, for those who don't wonder... Bro, Kanye had his interview. I've been begging y'all for the past 3-4 days to watch it. He had his interview on Drink Champs, which I think is interview of the year.
It's a top 3 interview ever, in my opinion. It's
so good, bro. Like, this is the first time I know. Like, this is the first time in a minute that you can see like we got a coherent Kanye West.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, whether you agree with what he said or not. He was coherent.
Yeah. Just chilling, chopping it up.
Which is funny because he was taking shots and smoking, but he was coherent, bro.
Yeah.
This is like, and I think a lot of it has to do with that. Like, I appreciate, bro. He went to like, he didn't go to no White House. He didn't go to CNN. He wasn't dancing up in the White House. He didn't go to TMZ. He went to a black network with black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that care about him, man.
Yeah.
That was a really good interview.
Hey, I really like the part where they were like, we want to pay like our respects to you while you're still alive. Like that was like one of my favorite parts of the interview because like Kanye has done a lot, and I feel like he's really misunderstood by people because of like they try to pin it on his mental health.
Don't get me wrong. This gonna be a deep dive, man. Because I've been passionate about this. If you don't want the deep dive, we're gonna put timestamps. I remember this episode. We're gonna put timestamps this episode to later. But I mean, bro, he was spitting. First, because bro, honestly, I could talk about this shit for like 5 hours. But I want to talk like, what was y'all's impression about the interview?
You want to go first?
Yeah. So for me, I agree. I really enjoyed the interview. I'll start with the bad. The only thing that really caught me off guard was just how quickly he kind of turned on Big Sean. Like that was the one clip that circulated. It got kind of big. And I was just like, what's up with all the hate for Big Sean? Like, I kind of got where he was coming from about his points, but, I mean, it seemed like they were on pretty good terms, because Big Sean was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, he watched the interview and was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, why did I just get this?
but that don't necessarily mean that, like, they was cool, just because...
Yeah.
They didn't take a picture together. Somebody took a picture of them. That don't mean that they were cool.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
But Big Sean did come. Big Sean did come to the Sunday service. He did come to the basketball game. So I mean,
I understand why he might feel slighted by it.
But besides that, I mean, I think Kanye had some really good commentary on like how rap is becoming like pro sports basically, and how like
I love that. Did you get to that part where he explained it? Drake? That was, I thought, the best way anybody has ever explained the Drake and him beat. Because we all understand. I know how much you love this story of Adidon. That's your favorite song ever.
That shit, the best. I don't care. That's the best diss track though.
I know how much you love that shit, man. I know you're wrong. When they was actually rapping, it was funny. But now that it's not fucking rapping, like the way he broke it, the beef is dumb.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. it's Hollywood, it's industry shit. You know what I mean? It's shit that we never gonna hear about because we're not in that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like the way he broke it down. It's like, all right,
Drake protects your girl.
His girl, your cousin's girl,
your mama's girl. He
gonna buy real estate 2 blocks away. That's how because we're professional rappers, and the way he broke it down, he was like, we're worth too much money to too many people. They never gonna let us fight.
Yeah,
they never. And you saw that a day later, 2 days later. What he do with Jay Prince? Because if y'all don't know, if y'all aren't into hip hop and you don't know who Jay Prince is, search him up. I'll put it like that. Search him up. You know expeditiously. Well, that looked like a serial killer. Like
he was definitely held hostage, bro.
It looked like someone could have done to his head.
Hey, read the statement. But and I think this is my last point before I let Dev take over. I also like the part about how he said like he feels disrespected when he gets called a rapper, and I kind of see that too because
I like that.
he has established himself as so much more than just a rapper. He's a fashion icon. He's an artist. I don't want to hear rapper anymore because he doesn't just make rap music.
Intellect, man.
Intellect, bro. Yeah,
bro. He's a genius.
And the thing is, like, people may look at the way he like handled, or like people just may see the way he talks and like some of his ideas and think he's crazy, but he's not.
He is a narcissist.
Yes, I will give you that.
He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. You can tell he's obsessed with Drake.
Yeah,
obsessed with Drake.
He respects the fuck out of him.
He does.
He respects the fuck out of him.
You saw it every time them niggas brought up some shit. He was like, "Oh, CLB this, CLB that." You could tell he's obsessed with Drake. Man.
Yeah.
He's upset, but
well, because I think like it goes back to that pro sports like metaphor where like they're competing against each other. Like Drake is the highest in sales, and he mentioned it. How Drake is good at that shit.
He's the best who's ever done it. The way, bro, people don't understand. Kanye West is one of the biggest artists who's ever fucking lived. He can only do like look first week sales 200,000 now, right? And he's not in his prime no more. But Kanye's still Kanye. Drake woke up out of bed. And CLB's not even, like, you know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, it's a man album. Bro, 600,000, bro?
In his sleep, bro.
In his sleep. Nobody can do that, bro. He breaks he got more hits than the Beatles. He said it.
Yeah.
Bro, he does it. And the way Kanye, I love how he broke it down. He said Drake is the iPhone, man.
Yeah.
He is more melodies, raps, chorus, all that. He's a more accessible at that. You know how he makes hits out of his sleep. He gets the hit shit to his science.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's like when people are like, oh, I don't like Drake, it's Cindy. Like no, you don't understand how great Drake is.
Yeah.
Like you sound dumb when you say you don't understand how great he is.
Yeah, and I'm glad Kanye pointed that out, but at the same time, gotta turn it around. I mean, the interview was with Kanye. Kanye needs to be given some respect too from this interview because I liked how just the fact that this, like you said, this is the most clear-minded I've seen Kanye in a really long time. Like
from an interview standpoint.
Yeah, from an interview standpoint. Like he seemed really happy. He was answering the questions very freely, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's in a good place, bro. Like I think that's my takeaway from it. But Dev, what did you think?
Basically, to piggyback what you said, it felt genuine, you know.
Yeah.
It felt authentic. I just felt like Kanye was just sitting there chopping it up, you know. I felt like I was chilling.
You can tell he was, bro. That's the most we've seen him smile in.
He was having a good time, bro. Joking with them niggas. He was having fun, and that's what I liked about the interview. He was cracking. I was laughing at that interview. Like I haven't laughed at an interview since the Soulja Boy. Drake.
Bro, Kanye was hilarious.
He was fun. Like
when the Soulja Boy diss was so good too, bro.
No, that had me sick.
He was like, was Soulja's verse good?
No, because he gave Soulja the fact he's like Soulja Boy is top 5 most influential. I'm not arguing with none of y'all here. I'm not. And they're like, but why didn't you put him on the album? He's like, you ain't heard that verse?
That shit had me rolling, bro.
My favorite part is probably when he was talking about Kamala Harris and it was like the black female vote. He was just like, you would think this was Drake type shit.
Like, oh my god, bro! I was crying. They said Kamala Harris, right? You thought Drake ran for president? I was dying, bro.
No, but when he got the tombstone, it says,
"Oh, that was
when I die, the thing you can write on my tombstone." What did he say? I regret signing Big Sean.
Big Sean signing Big Sean was the biggest. I was like, bro.
I see,
You could tell they were a little uncomfortable.
Because they're friends with Big Sean. I mean,
they're not friends. They're obviously.
Well, I mean, like he's a friend of the show. Like he's been on the show multiple times, and they invited him to be on. So I'm excited to see what.
I don't know if
Big
he's ever
Sean's
been there before, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
No, but like that's the thing. Him just picking up the tombstone and just talking like that. Just to me, it was funny. It just felt authentic and genuine. And like you said, it's probably the most genuine I've seen Kanye.
This one I want to pick your brain about because you the Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar of our friend girl.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but I love to hear from you, because I loved with seeing Kanye, I love seeing him explain, he broke down how he is compared to his parents. I know a lot of us we think about it as we get older, we're like, oh, I wonder what parts I get from my grandma, my dad, my mom. And the way he broke down, he was like, bro, this innovative shit, this STEM player, me wanting to build a school, me want to run for president, me all these ideas, the adoption clinic, all this stuff. This is my I get this shit from my dad.
Yeah.
My dad is the real Steve Jobs. He just ain't have the money. My dad was the real Steve Jobs. And the way he broke down, the way he talked about, I thought it was really sweet. He was conversation with his dad, and his dad was trying to pitch him ideas a salesman. He was like, bro, you're my dad. All you had to do was nut. And I was like, bro, why'd you have to say it like that? But he was like, you made me, whatever's mine is yours, man. Talk to this person, my account executive. Whatever, I already gave him the clear. Whatever you want to build your water treatment plants in Africa, that's yours.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was.
And then do you catch the part where he's like, I caught you when you try to buy tits for your new girlfriend. I know that where it's going. And then, bro, he's like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble with my dad in trouble. Bro, I was laughing so hard, bro.
And honestly, I think we talked a little bit about it. I think one of my favorite parts about the interview too was just all of the subtle flexes that Kanye pulled out throughout it. He was like, oh, the other day I was
the name drop counter at the bottom right.
He was like, oh yeah, so the other day I was hanging out with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. It's like, bro, what the fuck? And that's the thing I love about him is that he knows he's on a higher level. He knows he's different than all these people, and he's just
But he says it without telling you.
Yeah.
You know, he'll remind you because you just gotta pick up on when he says shit oh, the CEO of Balenciaga, the CEO of this fashion house, Virgil. They all used to work for me. What should that? They're picking me up from my hotel and giving me underwear. What should that tell you who I am? You know what I mean? That's why I think people fucking forget, and I agree with him whenever he says he hates being called a rapper and how it's when they call him the N-word to him.
Yeah.
They call it, I don't know what we call it the N-word. I Gage should probably say the N-word, but the nigga
No, I get what he's saying. He's spitting.
And he's spitting whenever he's talking about mental health. I hate whenever I was saying shit when I was going off and I was saying shit about the Kardashians. And about people and that shit, and they want to, and then people want to go on the news, people like John Legend and people that he thought was close to him talking about going on these news networks talking about how he has a mental health problem or that he's going through an episode. I would feel like that too. Fuck you.
That was kind of fucked up.
What is it? What's the way he worded it? Y'all might have to help me remember. The way he worded it, he was like, them calling me crazy is a license for censorship.
oh yeah.
That was amazing.
I see, that nigga wordplay is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, he was spitting bars in the middle of the interview too. He would just think of something and then everyone would be like, oh shit, hey. That's the kind of influence you can have.
You can see that was the first time I think I could see his mind working.
Yeah, you see the gears.
You can see the gears. You can see he's going 100 miles an hour and he's picking stuff through space and time to say, and then he's like, I'm gonna come back to that later. And then 30 minutes later, he comes back like a comedian and brings back the joke. It's oh, you're just.
Yeah.
You're just different.
He's just built different.
My favorite thing about Kanye is probably his relationship with North.
You think that's sweet?
It's sweet, man. His relationship with North, how she FaceTimes him and how he FaceTimes her. It's just sweet, man. I hope Kanye's in a good mental space.
Facts, man. I mean, and the thing is, again, going to the mental health thing, I mean, we've gotten serious already. Why not get a little more serious with it and just say, I mean, you're 100% right. I feel like a lot of people, discount Kanye and, say, oh, he's just having an episode. He's just being crazy. It's I mean, maybe he is, but there's still something being said from that. We can't just always think.
I'll say a name. You know, Britney Spears. They did it with her, man.
Yep. And like the crazy thing about
they do it a lot with black folk.
Both of them.
Yeah, I'm saying if you're racist, you don't give a fuck about black people. There you go. I give you Britney Spears. How about it? Cookie.
But the crazy thing about Britney and Kanye, people ignored what they were saying, but the things they were saying, they were spitting.
They getting the last laugh.
But Kanye wasn't wrong about the Kardashians. They called that nigga crazy, man. And it's like, I feel really bad, like, looking back at it. When he was, like, on Twitter, it seemed like he was worse than me, releasing stuff every 5 seconds. There's, like, I really feel bad for, like, how they did try to play him like he was insane.
You can tell he has serious beef with, like, not the Kardashian. I don't think he has beef with the Kardashian. It's the people around the Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell, like, a lot of shit was cut out. Like, especially when he was dissing Kim's publicist and all that shit. He was going off. You could tell they cut off to, like, the end of the diss. And they were all looking around like, all right. I remember one part he was like, yeah, I should probably stop talking about this because it's going to get me in trouble. And they're like, no, it's not going to get you in trouble. You didn't say nothing crazy. And he's like, really? I thought I did. He's like, oh, no, you did. We just cut that shit out. He's like, we love you. We think we'll let you do that? I thought it was awesome, man. Like, I was just glad to see him smile, man. Like, I love Kanye. Like,
one of my favorite rappers, you know.
One of my favorite like people.
Rapper, just artist. He's my favorite artist.
Hey, this is a perfect example of one of our
more artists need to start doing shit like that.
Yeah,
go to places where you're comfortable with.
So, this is a great example of a big celebrity handling an interview really well. Because now I want to talk about an interview that went very poorly, and it happened to one of my favorite people in the media, or I guess in just entertainment, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not gonna lie, Gage, that segue was amazing. That was a great ass segue.
Bro.
That was a clean.
Honestly, I need to get my shit off about Aaron Rodgers too, because
he disappointed.
That was
he really did.
Listen, break it down for people, right? Because a lot of our viewers they don't listen to. Also, a side note before we end the Kanye shit, I don't know if you but part 2 is coming out Thursday.
What?
The interview. There's a part 2.
Oh shit! Alright, I'm down, bro.
Hey, we gotta watch part 2 of the interview, and then I gotta see what Big Sean's gonna say too. I'm interested to see.
But then again, I don't care because like if you had an issue with Kanye, why'd you say it? Why'd you wait for Kanye to say something to be like, oh, I don't fuck with you?
I care because it's like
it's messy. I know.
Hey, well, because Sean came out right after the interview set, and he's like, me and Kanye were like, it seemed like we were cool.
Brothers,
like,
brothers.
Well, Kanye thinks they're brothers.
Yeah.
Kanye said this is family, but like business wise, you know how Kanye words shit.
That's true.
That's fair. That is.
He's like
fair.
this, but and he did go a little over the top going to get the tombstone. That was a little over the top.
Hey, that was. It was funny though. It was
because
funny.
I think if he would have just been like, yeah, signing Big Sean for good music, it was just off a decision.
Yeah.
Instead of going, it's the theatrics going to get the tombstone.
Right on my tombstone when I die. Oh my
God! Like, I was like, but I'll let you go to Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm geeking out.
I mean, it really disappointed me the way he handled this, man. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big Packers fan, big Aaron Rodgers fan. So to break it down, and I encourage people who are listening, if you hear like the sports stuff, don't be discouraged. This is actually a real conversation. So Aaron Rodgers, when he came back after his whole fiasco in August, he said, a media member asked him a question along the lines of, are you vaccinated? And he said, yes, I'm immunized. Everyone was like, okay, we know what that means.
Because we know what that means.
Yeah. Immunized? Okay. That means, so the reporters left it alone. They just said, fuck it, Aaron's vaccinated. That's where we're going to leave it. It was quiet for months, and then 2 weeks ago, it comes out Aaron Rodgers has COVID. And everyone's like, oh, that sucks. Like, he got COVID. Well, at least he can come back in a couple days. Nope, they said Aaron Rodgers is out for 10 days because he's actually unvaccinated, and he got all of his advice from Joe Rogan. Is what he explained on Pat McAfee.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
And let me tell you, he sounded
dumb,
really ignorant. And let me tell you why. Because he said he's immunized. And honestly, the thing is, I'm on his side, on the side of like, okay, the organization knew, his teammates knew, the coaches knew. That's all that needed to know. But this is what I thought Aaron should have done. He went on to Pat McAfee and gave a 45-minute interview making excuses about why he didn't get the vaccine. If he would have just came out and said what his main point was the whole time, I'm allergic to the vaccine, I'm not going to get it, leave me alone. That's how you end the interview. And people will stop bugging you. But then he went on to keep saying like, oh, I don't want to get political, but then talk about politics.
I'm gonna push back on you. I'm gonna push back on that allergy thing. You could have said that 3 fucking months ago.
Exactly.
This interview. You saying this interview doesn't give you a pass. You could have said that shit 3 months ago. You know why? The problem. That's why I hate when idiots like, bro. Y'all like. That's why I think when people hate on woke culture now, it's so like woke now. It's annoying. It's just because you're like, oh my god, I hate woke culture. No, that's not like you're not getting canceled. You're just an idiot, bro. You sound so dumb and ignorant and less informed when you're speaking. Like whenever he goes and talks about, I'm gonna get killed by the left. I'm gonna get championed by the right. Shut up. What do you mean killed by the left? Bro, did Kirk Cousins not say he wasn't gonna get vaccinated?
Yeah.
Did he get killed? No.
The people were just making jokes and memes about him.
Did Carson Wentz say he was gonna get evacuated? Yes, he said he wasn't gonna get evacuated. Did he get killed? No. So what are you talking about? It's the fact that you lied and not. All right,
Beasley
not lied.
Beasley got shit, but you don't hear
it was like a misdirection because
you misled people.
Yeah, he did. He misled them. I mean, for me, I personally don't think the media needs to. I mean, we work in media. This is something that I really don't have to know because people ended up finding out about it anyways. But what I'm saying is, Aaron didn't have to come out and then he just dug himself a deeper hole by saying oh yeah, I talked to Joe Rogan and I talked to my doctors, and he was spreading misinformation about the vaccine, saying oh well, you can still get it and you can still pass it on, and the result, you're still gonna get bad symptoms. That's not true.
You sound like
that's not true. He should have just shut the fuck up and said, I'm not getting the vaccine, deal with it, and that's it. Because that's it.
You Joe Rogan fans are getting annoying though. I love Joe Rogan like that. Y'all are getting on my last nerves with all this shit.
I get it. I mean, whatever. You have your right to get the vaccine or not. And if you want to listen to Joe Rogan for medical advice, he's not a doctor. I don't know why you would. Go for it. Go for it. But at the end of the day, for me, the thing that pisses me off about this whole situation is that he just divided the whole fan base. He divided, because people respected Aaron Rodgers before this. For the most part, they respected him as a football player, and he hadn't said any outlandish shit for people to be like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is a shitty individual. Now it's with this, it's bro, you sound really stupid. And now all the fans are oh, well, maybe now it's time for Jordan Love. It's did you watch us on Sunday? We need Aaron Rodgers. No, we did not.
I didn't get to catch it.
I want a smooth dinner date from Gage.
Yeah, what happened, bro? Give me a little rundown, bro.
Yeah, so we just made a little bet, man. I said that I think Jordan Love was going to win the game against the Chiefs.
And I said, no way in hell.
And I was like,
no way he scores more than a touchdown.
And the bet was, if the Packers won, then Ethan
And I even added a double down if they score more than 20 points. Then you have to win.
Yeah. So if the Packers won or scored 20 points, Ethan would buy me dinner. But they lost, didn't score 20 points, scored 7. I'm going to have to buy Ethan dinner later this week. So dress up. I'm going to take you out somewhere real nice.
Yeah, I'm going to wear that velvet tux I wore to the wedding.
So the pick was a bust?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's too early to say. Because
he didn't flash. I'll put it like that. He didn't flash at all.
No, I mean, he did not look...
Hey, Cooper Rush was better than his ass. I'll tell you what.
Anyway. I mean...
Does this make you... I'm gonna ask Dev this first, right? Does this make you question if Aaron Rodgers been lying about that shit with the Packers front office? Because this made me look that shit at a whole new light. If you blatantly lie like this, what makes you think that you didn't lie about all that shit that was going on with you and the GM?
I agree.
Gage, take your heart out of it. I know you want Odell Jr. I know you want to talk to the defense.
Hey, no.
Take your heart out of
it. Hear me out. The thing with Aaron Rodgers...
He gonna put that cape on his back. That's like shit. Watch, you finna do that shit right now for Aaron Rodgers. I'm calling him.
No, I mean...
It's the cape. The thing is coming out.
Hold on. I just feel like there's completely different situations because he has a point about this COVID thing where this was a situation where if he came out and said he was vaccinated or he said he wasn't, well, actually,
it's not different situations. Let me explain why.
No, you're right. Yeah, I see what you mean. But
how do you know he wasn't lying about this shit? Maybe this is the reason why.
Well, what would he be lying about?
I don't know specifically, but maybe this is the reason why y'all GM ain't wanna tell him shit, or ain't wanna do shit with him because he does shit Because he's an ignorant person. Because Aaron Rodgers is a diva, bro. He is a diva.
Yeah. I'll give you that. But I mean, the thing
He's
for
a diva.
I'm gonna put my cape on for Aaron Rodgers
Da-da-da-da.
for his football IQ. I'm saying, like, as a GM, I would want him making decisions on, like, who you're throwing. Because he's the quarterback. He's your franchise quarterback. And let's be completely honest. The Packers would have been complete dog shit without Aaron Rodgers these past 15 years.
I agree with you.
100%, right? So, if he's your franchise guy, one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time, you have him. Don't you want him having input on who he's throwing the ball to? Who's going to be blocking for him?
To a certain extent.
Who his teammates are going to be?
To a certain extent. Because maybe he's been lying. He's been all right. I'll give you that. Maybe he's been lying to us about how much involved he's been in.
It seems unlikely.
Why would it?
Because okay,
Maybe
I mean,
he just did.
who was Aaron Rodgers' favorite receiver like throughout the 2010s, basically? Jordy Nelson. What happened to Jordy Nelson? He got too old. He was declining, so they shipped him off. And they probably didn't even ask Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is best friends with Jordy Nelson, wanted to keep him on the team. I mean, there are a bunch of guys like that he's wanted to bring back multiple times. And they just shipped him off. So, I mean, that kind of just shows me that, like, some of it has to be truthful. That Green Bay was, like, kind of telling him, fuck off. Like, we need to do what's best for the team. And it doesn't include keeping your friends around.
I can see that.
I think this hurts his reputation though.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Like, cause if I'm the Packers GM, oh boy, I'm having a feud. I get to have a bad principal. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers, you want say now?
Hey,
fuck no, baby.
The thing is,
you just cost us so much money on this dumbass shit you wanted to do.
Hey, I will say that game Sunday definitely gave him some leverage though, because all of this shit is still happening.
But the interview kind of knocked that shit down.
Yeah, no, well, that was the thing. I thought so too. I thought the interview
game saved him a little bit.
The game saved him because Jordan Love is not ready to play, and I don't know if he's going to be ready even next year. So that might force them into a corner of being like, okay, we can keep Aaron Rodgers around and be competitive for a couple more years and like move on from Jordan Love, or we can move on from this whole fiasco and be really shitty for the next decade because I don't think Jordan's that guy. As of right now, maybe he'll have time to develop, but he's not ready to play now or in the near future.
Yeah.
I hope y'all get Odell, bro.
I do too.
I hope y'all get Odell.
You're a damn traitor. Why would you want the Packers to get Odell? The fuck is wrong with you as a Cowboys fan?
I fuck with Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga,
Fuck with
bro.
Aaron Rodgers, man.
Hey,
What's
I'm
wrong
just saying.
with you?
I want to see my boy Gage.
Hey, you know, ship him to Jacksonville. Ship Odell to Jacksonville. How far with Trevor Lawrence?
Hey,
That's what he should. Hey, Odell, that's my PSA. Odell Beckham Jr. Go to Jacksonville, man.
Nah.
Go to Jacksonville. How far? Trevor Lawrence is a great coach. Urban Meyer's a great coach. Go hang out with them. You the star. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Would you rather live in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Or would you rather live in Jacksonville?
Actually, hold on. I have a clip of Odell Beckham saying he wants to live in Wisconsin.
I'll kill him.
I swear to God. But I'm saying right now.
I'd rather him go back to the Giants. Go back to the...
I know where I'm at in life. I don't need to be in New York. I don't need to be in LA. I could be in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It doesn't matter where I'm at.
And Devontae Adams has been telling him, hey, why don't you come play with me? We can be the elite duo of wide receivers.
You're not better than Amari Cooper receiving that.
Yep, they're way better. Dude, Devontae Adams is number one.
Who? Over who? Is he better than...
Devontae Adams is number one.
Over who? Amari Cooper? Stop.
Devontae Adams.
I know you don't believe it. Let me spread this. Amari Cooper, the best route runner that's ever walked the face of the earth. Come on, push this agenda with me.
There's some things I can push.
Get the fuck.
But Adams is my dog, man.
Dude,
Adams is my dog, man.
Hey, he is
CD gonna be better than Adams.
elite.
CD gonna be better than
I
Adams.
know. CD is my boy.
CD
CD
gonna be a
boy.
dog. Adams is a good receiver. He's a great receiver. I don't know. Chris Carson, you see, Chris Carter, he said if he had to get 3 Hall of Fame votes right now to receivers, he said Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and Mike Evans. I ought to kill him. You know Antonio Brown's still in the league?
Julio, too?
You know Julio's still in the league?
That's crazy. Mike Evans?
No, Mike Evans isn't. Mike Evans, like when you think about Mike Evans' resume is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, like
he got his prime is as good as Odell's stats wise, and he got a ring.
Yeah.
Too, which Odell never gonna see. Never.
Hey, if he comes to Green Bay, I'm calling it.
The only reason
Super Bowl
I said that
confirmed.
because it feels
I'm
very
telling you.
realistic. He ends up in Green Bay.
Right.
It feels.
I feel it because
I feel
it
it
makes
too.
sense. It makes sense.
No.
It does. It really does.
You don't
Because
want to be bogged down by like
Hey, but like,
Hey,
weather.
the situation Odell's been, why not just get back a little bit from the media? I mean, he's still going to be in the media, but like, why not just go to Wisconsin? You're
He went
not,
to
like you
Cleveland.
said,
There was no media in Cleveland.
No, I
until
get
he
that.
pulled
I get,
up.
but you got. Oh, never
Hold
mind.
on,
You can't
so-
say that because Aaron Rodgers. I was gonna say you got Baker, but like, damn,
Aaron
okay,
Rodgers
never
is
Aaron
mind.
Rodgers
Rodgers
is a huge upgrade.
At
Hold
least
on.
he's out of the spotlight and in Wisconsin. Who
No,
wants to live in
no.
Wisconsin?
No. He's more in the spotlight.
Yeah,
because
because he's on a contending like.
the
he's on a-
expectations are higher.
Yeah, but
I worded that ugly.
But hold on,
I know what you mean.
The reason I say this is good for the Packers and I think it's good for OBJ to join is because I mean people are questioning Odell. They're saying like he can't play anymore. He's washed. Okay, go to Green Bay, win a Super Bowl, and you get to play with a guy who's going to elevate your status. So when you become a free agent at the end of the year, teams are going to be throwing that cash at you.
Get the bag.
And the teams with good quarterbacks too, because they're going to know, okay, Baker didn't work, but if we get like Russell Wilson throwing him the ball, I mean, there are other possibilities. I think Russell Wilson might be out of Seattle after this year, but we'll talk about that at the end of the season.
Oh, not as long as it's not New Orleans.
We'll talk about that at the end of the season, man.
Yeah. Now that we're getting up to the end of the show, I'll let you. Hey, you Rockets Twitter stands. Like, if y'all stay for the whole episode, I'll let Dev spread some of his agenda. Now the NBA started. Before the season, who'd you have?
For what?
Don't change it now.
Who's winning the finals?
For the finals. Because I had Milwaukee and Golden State. Everybody knows I did have.
Everybody
knows I had Milwaukee and Golden State.
I was very low on Golden State. They proved me wrong.
Yeah.
Steph has been balling out
Steph
his
has
ass.
not been balling. Everybody
yes,
else.
he dropped 50 points
no,
last
he's
night.
been kind of
Draymond's been shooting better from three this year.
He's been kind of mid, but like last night.
This is the lowest percentage wise he's shot in 7 years.
Give him some time.
Hey,
Man.
but with
I'm not saying he sucks.
all I want to say is keep the same energy though. If they get later on in the season and Klay Thompson and all them are not looking too good, I don't want to hear none of that. He doesn't have a team. Who's around him? He has pieces, but
Bro, they're like number one in.
They're very good.
They're the best defense. This is the best defense that they've been since they won the first ring.
And they're
9-1.
still missing Wiseman and Klay Thompson.
Warriors fans.
Can I go for a horse real quick? I know y'all can't see me. The Bulls are 7-3.
Oh, no.
I'm
Get out of here.
Hey,
Hey, DeMar DeRozan, baby.
we beat the Nets by 30.
Yeah, fuck you, Nets fans.
Also, I want you and Jason Collins. Y'all RJ Day is coming. I'm not saying when. Your RJ Day is coming. You better start.
RJ is so.
No, he's not.
He's the most ugliest play style.
No, he's not.
His jumper is disgusting.
His jumper's been wet this year.
It's disgusting. He's not good. KBJ is better than him.
KBJ's not better.
Cam Reddish is better. Hey,
Cam
Jason,
Reddish is not better.
Cam Reddish is better than him. Only reason RJ looks good is because
but it's not. He's been playing great, bro.
He's not good.
He's been playing great.
Bro,
I know you don't watch it this year.
No, I watched
Not
it.
this, bro. And you haven't.
He doesn't pop out to me, bro.
He doesn't.
He doesn't pop out to me. Evan Fournier looks better than him.
Actually, Evan Fournier doesn't look better. But Evan Fournier looks better than he looked on Boston. But he's not looking better. But RJ
Fournier is balling.
Bro, RJ is looking great, bro.
He doesn't pop out to me.
He does, because he's been the playmaker.
X, does he pop out to you?
No,
RJ Barrett.
Speaking
No,
let me explain what he's been doing. Well, RJ's biggest thing was, he don't have a right hand, but his left hand, like, he can, RJ can score.
What they call him, the Maple Jordan? Oh,
Maple Mamba. And he
that's
can live
disgusting. That's disgusting.
Let me explain why, bro. Because he's been able to, his catch and shoot has been, he's never been a bad shooter. His catch and shoot has sucked. RJ can score the ball really fucking good. Coming out of the draft, he was the best scorer of that draft.
I'm with you on RJ Barrett.
Yes, he was. Coming out of the draft,
I still have faith for RJ Barrett, man.
he's playing great this year.
I think he's playing really
He's
good.
averaging damn near career highs and everything.
Yeah.
He's playing good, okay. Cool, but he's
the-
still
the-
an ass, and I'm telling you, that's gonna die down soon.
The thing with him is that if his catch and shoot, if he can get that catch, because he's been elite on defense this year.
Yeah.
He's been elite on defense.
What's the Knicks record right now?
7-4.
Damn, they're doing a little bit better than that. They have a good team.
Yeah, they do.
They're
going to be hard to beat.
my boy Quentin Grimes, man.
Because they got that.
Give
They
him more
got
PT.
that. But let me explain, because his catch and shoot would. Because I used to watch it because I'm an RJ fan. What they would do is they go under the screens with RJ.
Yeah.
If he's hitting catch and shoot, you can't go under the screens. And if you go under the screen, guess what? Then he's playing because he's a really good playmaker, man. He's a really good passer. Like
you know what I'm doing? If
and
RJ's
he can score the fucking ball.
If RJ's in front of me, let him shoot.
But that's what I'm saying.
Let him
That's
shoot.
what I'm saying. He got a handle too. He's not crazy. He's not crazy. I'm not saying he.
I will give it to you.
He can score.
You've been an RJ disciple for forever, and I don't know why.
Because he can play, bro. His motor's high, and he can play, bro. He can score the rod.
Better.
Cam's not better. He's not. But y'all day is coming. If you keep this up, y'all day is fucking coming.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna keep.
Even though Cam is playing really good this year, he's cooled down the last couple games.
Real good in that Rockets red, baby. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
We'll just have to see, I guess. But all right, we're towards the end of the show. This has been a really long episode.
It's one of our best. Man.
It's one of our best. I feel.
Man.
I know.
This was a fun episode, man.
So,
we talked about real things.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
But before we let you go, obviously we got to do our PSA segment. What do you want to tell the people, the listeners?
Like serious. My friend that I was growing up with died today, so love people in your life and make sure they know that they're loved. It's important. With the Astroworld situation, I was driving home and I saw a car wreck and it was pretty bad. Like, I'm not gonna say that. I had told them when I saw it, I'm like, damn, I don't think he made it out alive. And it was like crazy how I seen that shit and I was just like, fuck, man. We only live one life, so make sure people know that they're loved and take care of yourselves, man. It's important.
That's a really good one.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to say a side note. I love both of y'all, man. Like,
I love all.
I love you. You're my best friends. I want to say, like, whenever Gage, when you talking about that, like, I don't even make jokes about you being late to everything.
I'm
late to everything. He can never communicate, never answer any goddamn text ever. But it's like, but I do love you niggas.
I love you.
Even y'all annoy me because that's what brothers do. But like the way y'all talk about the way y'all actually like, it's actually really sweet. Like how y'all have like empathy, but like empathy to like you have such great empathy. Like you just come like shit bothering you the whole day. You seen a car accident and shit bothering you the whole day. You talking about I went to a concert and it was a crazy concert toward the end, but the whole thing you talking about it like. Bro, I feel so guilty that I even went. Like,
yeah,
y'all are good people, man.
It's like survivor's guilt, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the thing is,
to a
like,
certain extent, like,
we
don't want to diminish people that actually. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely. But I 100% like I agree with that, man. I think like life is too short to be like not grateful and appreciative of the friends and the family you got around you, man. So tell your mom, tell your dad, tell whoever the fuck you love that you love them.
Tell them to get marry their girlfriends fast so I can show up to the wedding.
So we can get weddings. And then invite the AWR crew out to your wedding so we can get turned up.
Facts.
Sloppy.
Facts. I'm ready. I'm so ready for a wedding, man. Oh my god. Off air, we're gonna have a conversation of who gonna get married first because I need to hear this.
The guy behind the camera.
Yeah, we got the guy behind the camera. Maybe we'll bring X on for an episode soon so we can talk about his future.
Shout out Lorena and Alex. Y'all got married this weekend. Put me really high up in your will. I tell everybody that. Put me high up in your will. Make sure I'm the Godfather. You know the vibes, man.
Well, that's going to be it for episode 21 of our recording. It was, again, the young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton, 007, Gage Sutton, myself, and No Limit Devo, Mr. Dev joining us for today. Thank you, guys.
Hey, remember, 100 fucking subscribers. We hit 50 subscribers this week. Appreciate y'all, man. We 2-3 months into this. We appreciate y'all. Best podcast in San Mo. Goddamn best podcast in the world.
Best fucking podcast in San Mo. And hey, I say we change it up a little bit. Let's end the episode by yelling. Hold on, I'm gonna find his name. We're gonna end the episode by yelling, "Fuck Joel." Fuck. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys for watching. 3, 2, 1. Fuck you, Joel.
Kiss my ass.
We will see y'all next week.